Good morning. I am Chief Meteorologist Nick Housen, continuing to track some fairly significant flooding that is ongoing right now out across parts of Williamson and Franklin County. This is a picture coming in from News 3's own Dave Davis in Johnston City, and we have had multiple reports of roads that are covered in water from Marion to Johnston City, even eastward over towards, say, Pittsburgh, and then south of Marion over towards the Hudgensville Road area. We have seen a significant amount of rain here over the last couple of hours. We're talking about 2 to 3 inches of rain in some of these locations. This was a video that came in just a little while ago. This is Rainfall Park in Marion, if you are very familiar with this area, and there's a creek there that there's the city pool. Go through that once again. Now there's a creek that runs about right here on the other side of that pavilion. You can see outside of its banks, and in addition to the creek being outside of its banks, we've got a lot of street flooding. A lot of our ditches, a lot of our sewers cannot keep up with the amount of water that has come down here over the last couple of hours. So just a reminder, folks, if you are in Marion, if you're in Carterville, Heron to Johnston City, and then northward as well, even parts of Franklin County seeing this from West Frankfort over towards the Aiken area. Thompsonville also getting in on some of this. Be prepared. There are a lot of streets right now that are flooded in some of these locations. That has prompted, of course, the National Weather Service to issue a flash flood warning. It does include Benton and West Frankfort. There's Marion. We've got Pittsburgh over here. Crab Orchard sits about right in here. There's 166. So all of these communities that are in this flash flood warning, you guys have seen some of the heaviest rain here over the last 2 to 3 hours. We're talking about rainfall amounts, and I know that actual gauges are even higher than this because this is only the last 3 hours. You think about all the heavy rain that fell overnight. We've got some totals, say, from Johnston City to Marion right now that are approaching near 4, maybe even close to 5 inches of rain in some areas over the last 24 hours. So once again, you can see here in the yellow color, Johnston City and Marion right now seeing some of the heaviest rain so far out of this, but it does also extend eastward, Crab Orchard, northward over, say, towards Pittsburgh and Corinth. So again, some of these areas have seen just a tremendous amount of rain, blinding rain. So if you are out and about, not only be concerned about flooding, but also reduced visibility. Just slow down. Take your time here. Continuing to track showers and storms. They're moving into parts of Franklin County, and we've just seen the development right over the same areas multiple times. McLeansboro now seeing some very, very heavy rain. Galatia over towards Thompsonville. There's Pittsburgh once again, and the heavy rain just continues to bubble northward. So Johnston City seeing another round, and there's more showers and storms also developing through the southern part of Williamson County and near the Johnson County line. It looks like maybe a few more just to the north and east of Anna over towards the Lick Creek area. So watching more and more storms develop. We've probably got a little bit longer before we see the heavy rain wrap up in some of these areas that are already dealing with a lot of flooding. So just a reminder, you should never drive through floodwaters. The majority of fatalities that occur in flooding occur from people that try to drive through flood water. And again, these may be some areas that you're not too accustomed to dealing with high water, but a lot of low-lying areas are going to be inundated through eastern parts of Williamson County here for at least the next couple of hours. 6 inches of fast-moving water can sweep a person off their feet. It only takes about a foot, especially for a smaller vehicle, to sweep that downstream. So once again, try to find an alternative route if you do come up to one of those flooded roadways. Of course, we'll be tracking the flooding, the storms as we go throughout the day. The good news is we're likely not to see much in the way of severe weather, but some of these scattered showers and storms will continue to put down some very heavy rainfall here through the afternoon. So make sure you've got that Storm Track 3 app. We've got you covered right here on News 3.